for this segment? How about that? The day we run out of commercials, there'll be nobody sitting behind this desk. I want to bring out the gentleman who was in our sketch. He's a fine actor, and I think just recently is getting a lot of the recognition that he deserves. Movie that he and Jack Nicholson starred in called The King of Marvin Gardens opens nationally on Tuesday. Would you welcome, please, Bruce Dern. Bruce. Well, you now are baptized in the mighty Carson Art Players. Jim has done sketches with us. Remember the naval sketch we did once on the Mutiny on the Bounty sketch?
Yeah, when Milton Berle dropped
crazy
his pants,
sketch.
I remember.
Next to, that's probably true.
It is true.
Next to this sketch, Bruce, what's the worst movie you've ever been in? I mean, we know that.
Oh, no, I didn't
No.
do that. Come on.
The worst movie I was ever...
Every actor has got one that they go, oh, boy.
You can't think of one. I can think of 4 or 5. I did.
The worst one I was ever in was probably The Incredible Two-Headed Transplant.
Now, did you make that up, or was that a picture?
Oh, that was a picture.
The Incredible Two-Headed Transplant.
I made a two-headed man.
What,
Lived in your local nice neighborhood.
just your average next-door neighbor. What year was that? I didn't
That
catch
was
that
about
one.
3 years ago, and it was here just that quick.
Baddie, huh?
Yeah, right. Just beyond Hanson Dam, they have a theater. They showed it there at night, and that was it. For those of you who know where Hanson Dam is.
I don't know whether you saw the show the other night, but I was talking with George Carlin about the name Bruce. No, I'm serious. This is very honest. And we'd had one letter, I think, came to NBC. One letter. Some lady complaining that every time we do it very seldom, you would do a character that was a little bit,
Go ahead, John.
no, I want to say this, delicate, let's say, that we always use the name Bruce. And she was very upset about that and thought it was wrong. Now,
I mean, the joke's like, and I turned to my wife and said, Bruce.
well,
Is that what you mean, John?
no, not that kind of a joke, Bruce. That's not too subtle, Bruce. How do you feel about that? You've never had any problem with it.
No, I never have any problem. As a matter of fact, when I first, when my name first started to appear in things and everything, I was never aware that that was even a joke until I went and saw some comedian one night was doing a routine down in Riverside. A guy I used to know named Hollis Morrison, and it was a joke that he used in his routine. And I was a little stunned by it.
Right.
And I called Gramps on the phone, whose name is also Bruce and is 90. And I said, what did they lay this particular handle on me for? Have you ever had any strange connotation to your name? And he said as to the fact that he had not. And was very upset that people were abusing the name Bruce.
Yes. Well,
And
we won't abuse it anymore.
no, I don't mind it. I think it's...
Your grandfather, you say, was 90?
Yeah, he's 92 now.
I have a grandfather. Does most of your family live to be that Midwest? Yeah.
Yeah. No, he's the longest one. He's the first one over 85 to make it.
92, that's great. That makes you feel good, though, doesn't it?
He goes to work each day. He lives in Glencoe, Illinois, and he goes down to work in Chicago. Hey, that's it. Clap it up. North Shore.
Your family background is different from a lot of actors because I understand you come from a fairly well-to-do background, and many actors, I guess a great majority of performers, come from backgrounds that are not particularly moneyed. What was the incentive to be an actor? And did your parents...
Well, communication was a big incentive because we had very little at home. And, hey, let me tell you, when I used to push my food on my plate with my fingers. So Mom made me wear white gloves when we had beets. So when I pushed my
You're putting me on.
No, and then I had to wash them afterward. That's how Mom thought, you got son to eat correctly.
Let's put the white gloves on.
That's it, and then you had to wash them afterward. Spotless.
Oh. Can I ask you why you push the beets onto your fingers?
No, I pushed the beets onto my fork with my fingers.
With your fingers?
Yeah.
Oh, that's better.
See.
We'll be right back. We're back. We're talking with Bruce Dern and Jim Garner, and Terry Gallinoy, the author of a book called Tonight, will join us in a little while. Most performers, or actors who want to get into the business, look for recognition. You know, that's the idea of getting out and becoming known. And then after they achieve a certain amount of success, you kind of pay the piper along the way someplace, and a lot of then resent the fact that people intrude on them. Does that put a strain on you now that you've become more known?
Well,
I'm as guilty of it as anybody. You know, you work and say, boy, I want to get a show and so on. And then as soon as you get it, sometimes you say, oh, gee, I wish they wouldn't ask that, and etc.
Well, I always like the notoriety. I find that the greatest judge of, you know, how you react in public is what you do at athletic events, and I'm a sports nut.
Yeah, I know.
And I still go equally berserk when the Rams throw it all away like they did last week, and I go nuts at the...
That reminded me of the old Mets baseball team in New York for a while. Everything fell apart.
I used to think, well, now that I'm, you know, kind of established, can I go to the game and root like I always have, or are they going to think, hey, come on, sit down, you know, you got it, let us cheer, you know, quit making noise, loud mouth, big star, he's got a mouth off, you know. But I
don't think at sporting events people feel that way. They get so wrapped up in the thing that they really don't bug you too much there.
I did that last week. I was down in St. Petersburg, Florida. I bought part of a hockey team.
In St. Petersburg, Florida. Good investment, Jim.
A hockey team in St. Petersburg?
Yeah.
Here comes the puck. Now look, don't... Did it go by, Harry? Now, don't write me letters in St. Petersburg. Well, I don't say. What do you call them? The Geritol Raiders or what?
They're the
Seacoast team in St. Petersburg. The what?
Seacoast Suns.
The Seacoast Suns.
They're a very good hockey team. But I got out there and made a complete fool of myself, yelling for them, just like you said. You know, I went berserk. I got all over the other team. I thought they were going to climb out.
Now, don't write letters about doing jokes about St. Petersburg. Really.
Well, yeah, don't pick on St. Petersburg.
I joke about them.
Because they got a good hockey team. You want a hockey puck?
What? No, not really.
Why does the name hockey puck? You know,
it's a funny-sounding word.
It's a funny-sounding name.
Hockey puck is a funny sound. It's like chicken fat.
You know what I'm
There's certain words that are funny. Say, I'd like some chicken fat.
I've always wondered how when Rickles, he's the first one I remember ever, you know, like...
He uses hockey puck all the time.
But he calls people hockey pucks. Yeah.
There's no rhyme or reason with Don Zach. There doesn't have to be. He says, blow up a cookie and sit on your balloon. And people say, what does that mean? It doesn't mean anything.
I gave my daughter a hockey puck as a gift the other day. You know?
She must have been thrilled.
Oh, she was... What? I got news for you. She was the biggest thing in school because she took it to school and said, look what my dad gave me. Everybody gave. They give gifts.
Jim's got a few peculiar moves on him.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. I don't push beats on with the hand.
Look, we all have our little peccadillos and little foibles there. I mean, if a man wants to put beats on his fingers, he's entitled.
I eat spaghetti.
You know, he's a... you know, he's a long-distance runner?
I know he is. Every time I go in San Vicente, there's Bruce going 24 miles. He used to run every day.
Yeah, I used to.
24 miles.
Just short now. I go 5, 10 miles. That's it. Getting old.
They say that's not good for... you have to work up to that, though, right?
Right.
Because you're about, what, late 30s?
36, right.
And most people, after they get 35, should not go out and start doing long-distance running because they can also fall over and hurt their heart. Well, you do. Remember when the jogging thing craze came up? Every clown in the country says, I'm going out and jog. And guys were dropping like flies because they hadn't done it.
Well, you know, as long as you do it with moderation, you know, like anything. If you start out, there's not a soul in this audience, or you or anybody else, who couldn't go out and start and just do an easy mile a day, every day, 7 miles a week. Yeah, easy, John. Just start out walking and then break into a little jog, and that's all you have to do.
Well, how fast can you run a mile in?
Can I run a mile?
Yeah.
Now, probably, 4 minutes and 40 seconds, somewhere around.
Well, that's a very fast mile.
Yeah, but I do it every day. I guarantee you, if we went out to a track tomorrow, and I saw your thing with Toomey a few years ago.
Yeah, we did a thing out here.
At Mount Sac or something.
Almost died. Yeah. Almost died that day.
But you were jumping and throwing and hurdling and
all
everything.
In one day. I was an absolute wreck for the next 2 weeks.
Yeah. Well, so was he, but he didn't tell anybody.
So you could work me up to about what?
You could go out tomorrow on any little track, 4 laps to the mile around here, and you could run 12 minutes tomorrow for a mile.
Well, 12 minutes, I could walk it, almost. Couldn't you?
it's walking pretty quick, John.
Well, you could walk a mile in 12 minutes, really.
Depends
Fairly.
on who's after him.
Or who you're walking with.
What do you think I could get down to if I
Get
really...
down to about 6:30 for a mile.
That's still a fairly
in
brisk...
a couple of months.
But you have to do it every day.
That's 10 miles an hour.
Well, it's a pretty good trot. It's not full out, but it's a good...
But it's fun. I mean, I see these guys like Jack Nicholson and I, when we did this movie, The King of Marvin Gardens, we were in the middle of winter in Atlantic City. And I ran every day, and he loves to play tennis.
Right.
And neither one of us are superstars at the thing that we love to do.
Yeah.
So I got him running, he got me, you know, trying to maneuver around a little tennis. Well, he's a maniac, man. I mean, you hit a ball to him, and he's got to go into the net for it and go back, climb walls and everything, you know. And he's not a good player, but he gets the ball. So now it's my turn to take him out and run him.
That's
you know?
right. Run him to
So
death.
I got to run him into the ground.
He's psyching out on the tennis racket. You know that.
Absolutely.
That's funny. Let me take a break, and then we will have Terry Gallinoy join us after this word from Budweiser, the king of beers. Next, that's probably true.
It is true.
Next to this sketch, Bruce, what's the worst movie you've ever been in? I mean, we know that.
Oh, no, I didn't
No.
do that. Come on.
The worst movie I was ever
Every actor has got one that they go, oh, boy.
You can't think of one. I can think of...
Well, you now are baptized in the Mighty Carson Art Players. Jim has done sketches with us. Remember the naval sketch we did once on the Mutiny on the Bounty sketch?
Yeah, when Milton Berle dropped
Crazy
his pants.
sketch.
I remember. 4 or 5, I did.
The worst one I was ever in was probably The Incredible Two-Headed Transplant.
Now, did you make that up, or was that a picture?
Oh, that was a picture.
The Incredible Two-Headed Transplant.
I made a two-headed...
For this segment, how about that? The day we run out of commercials, there'll be nobody sitting behind this desk. I want to bring out the gentleman who was in our sketch. He's a fine actor, and I think just recently is getting a lot of the recognition that he deserves. Movie that he and Jack Nicholson starred in called The King of Marvin Gardens opens nationally on Tuesday. Would you welcome, please, Bruce Dern. Bruce.